Hello, Adam. And I'm just doing a mic test. Can you hear me? Perfect. We're just going to wait a few minutes for some people to join. And bear with me, I just got to get the crystal of the week. I forgot to grab that. Hello, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Hey, Jason. Thanks for joining. I'm just going to wait about another minute or two for a few more to jump on. And then we're going to talk about the cards for this week. They're kind of heavy this week, so we'll go through them together. And for those that are on, just to let you know, I believe Liz will be back next week. So it'll be the dynamic duo back together again. She just had to take some time off, but she'll be back. Hello, Lena. Thanks for joining. Okay. I think what we'll do is we're going to start and we're going to talk about the full moon that we just had. I like comments, Lena. They're great. Okay, so the full moon happened on the weekend. It happened on the 28th of October, and it was a lunar eclipse, and it was the full moon in Taurus, or I should say a Taurus full moon in the astrological sign of Scorpio. Now, when it comes to the Taurus full moon, a full moon eclipse is what it was. So think of a full moon kind of like on steroids, okay? So what I found personally, I got a little bit of headaches, but because it was Taurus, I was grounded. So I didn't feel completely angry or that kind of thing going on. And Taurus really it's an astrological sign about materialism, like having the finer things in life, but it doesn't come from an egotistical standpoint. They just like quality. They're grounded. They like sensuality, and they like to have a comfortable life. Okay, the full moon eclipse, it signifies money and it signifies values, and these things can change. They're gonna sway back and forth, and it's gonna rattle you up this week. So some of the things that you can do for self-care when it comes to this full moon and the energies that come after it are three things. So in a typical full moon ceremony, we write things down on a piece of paper, things that we want to let go of, our past values and so on, and then we burn it. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing is to meditate. Because Taurus is associated with materialism, money's involved. So you kind of want to meditate and picture like money raining on you. So that's one thing, and hopefully money does rain on you. And grounding. So of course going into a forest and doing that, what we call forest bathing. So walking barefoot in nature, it helps to ground you and restore balance. So that's it for the full moon lunar eclipse information. So I had to write my notes down here because otherwise I would forget half the things I tell you. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the reading of the week. And this one, guys, I found it to be very heavy this week. And I don't know if there's going to be a lot of things going on this week in the world, but we'll go on. So the first card that I've got here is, well, let me flip it the right way, is the Hierophant. I pulled it in the reversed position. So I know that there's a glare, so let's see what we can do. There we go. Okay, so you can see in the upright position, it looks like there's an opening to a cathedral, and there's someone there with a veil over their face. Okay, and this card is about spirituality and, religions and things like teachings, that kind of stuff, structure. Okay, in the reverse position, which is the way it came out, it's more about rebellion and breaking free from that structure, okay, or those rules that are put in place. And I think I see a lot of that happening right now in the world. So again, rebellion is what I see from this card. And that's a major arcana card. So you can't miss that one. It's going to smack you across the face, okay? The next one is also a major arcana card, and it is the Death card. Okay, so let's see, can it focus? There we go. So the Death card really is about changes. It's about endings and then new beginnings. Okay, so I think, we're all going through some kind of ending and some kind of closure and looking forward to possibly a new beginning. So death doesn't necessarily mean, someone dying in real life. It can have that literal translation, but I don't see it for this reading. Okay. The next card here that comes forward is the Six of Cups. Let's see. There we go. Maybe that way. Okay. So the Six of Cups, and you can see that, father and daughter, they're having a good time, and it looks like they're having Cocoa Puffs or something like that. And really, it is a card about nostalgia. So it's about thinking, having memories come up from your past that makes you happy. It makes you feel childlike. So you can see that they're splitting a bowl of cereal that you typically give to kids, right? So that's what this card really is all about. And it is, it's a water element card, so it's very emotional, okay? So things may come up from the past. All right. Now, putting all three cards together, it's kind of a strong message this week. So it's really all about, there's some kind of rebellion going on in the world right now. I think we know what's really going on. Okay. And for it to get to the next level, something's got to give. Something needs to end. And there has to be a loss of some sort before we can see a new beginning. And it's a sad state for that to happen. But the outcome or the ending is actually positive. So the ending is basically about, you're glad that something is over, there's a new beginning going on, and you might have to hit and go back in time and think about the things that used to make you happy as a child and start doing those and moving forward with that kind of stuff. Because really it's gonna be heavy this week. I think a lot of people's energies are gonna feel it this week. You're not gonna miss it. The other one thing I do want to mention, Taurus. So we know that this is a full moon in Taurus. Taurus is represented by the Hierophant card, or Hierophant. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. But it really is represented by this card in the tarot deck. So it is about earth, about grounding, about stability. Okay? So the message is very, very clear. Buckle up, because we're in for a rough ride this week, but I think the outcome is going to be in your favor. All right. So hopefully that kind of went through the reading for you and it made some sense. The next thing that I do want to talk about is the crystal of the week. So because we're going through a lot of change and transformation, and we're going to go through some loss, And then, new beginnings are going to start. What I picked up here is there's many versions, of course, but this is black tourmaline. Okay, so black tourmaline, it's a protective stone. It helps to ward off negative energies. It gives you like a protective bubble around you. So that for me is very important with the first two cards, especially when it comes to the rebellion and the death of things. You need that protection there to move forward. So once you pass that stage and you have the new beginnings with you, then you're good to go. Okay, so that is the crystal of the week, black tourmaline. You can find it at your local crystal store. They're highly abundant. Okay. All right. Next. All right. I will do, if there's anyone there that wants a one card pull, I will do that. I know that it's different when there's two people, but we can still do a one card pull if there's anyone there that wants it. If not, I will save it for next week when Liz comes back. And again, you can DM me as well if you want a tarot reading. There's different readings, so there's different prices for that. And and the other thing, as we wait, I just to let you know that I'm also a crystal healer. I do Reiki, crystal healing, energy healing, as well as tarot reading. Okay, so this was short. I know that tomorrow is Halloween, so a lot of people are out getting ready, going to parties and so on. So I just want to tell everybody, be careful, be safe. It's very important. The weather is cold out here in Toronto right now, so just be careful when you're out there that there's no ice buildup, and I don't think there will be, but it's supposed to go to -1 tonight. So again, anyone out there, if you want a personal reading, don't forget to DM me. And that's it. Have a good week. If anything comes up this week remotely related to the reading, please let me know, and maybe I can guide you through it. Okay, take care, and until next week, shine your light.